All I know is gotta go fast. I've been on the run, there ain't no slowing me up. Winning, got the rings and now I'm running it up. Gotta go fast, fast. Gotta go fast, fast. Ballin', you can't catch me, you'll be left in the dust. Sonic, got the rings and now.
Sonic X. My childhood. Sonic X was an anime that spanned from April 6, 2003 to April 18th, 2005. Wait a minute, it started in 2003? This anime had 3 seasons in 2 years, and in my honest opinion, the show was at its best when it told its own story and didn't go off the games. But the show starred Sonic, obviously, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Cream, Eggman, Shadow, Ella, Mr. Stewart, Chuck, Tanaka, Boko, Deco, Bokun, Rouge, Topaz. Whew, that's everyone, I think. Did I miss anyone? Oh, yeah. Chris Thorndike. The anime told 8 different story arcs. The first arc was titled New World, and that was all about Sonic and his friends going to Earth. The second arc was called the Chaos Emerald arc, and that's the entire search for the Chaos Emeralds, and it builds up for the third arc, the Chaos arc, which is the entirety of Sonic Adventure. The third arc is called the Shadow arc, and it's about Sonic Adventure 2. The Egg Moon arc is about Eggman blowing up the moon. Next up is the ML arc, and that's about Sonic Battle. Then there's the Homebound arc, and that arc will make you dislike Chris heavily. Well, at least it did for me. I don't know about you. And the final arc of the 3-season show that I love so much, Sonic X, is the Meta X arc. And I think this was the best part of the show. And the Meta X arc was a great way to end the show, but what if the show didn't have to end? What more could this show have given us? What more could we have even seen from this show in its entirety? Well, let's find out.
Looks like the party's getting started. Time to rock and roll!
Canonically, the last game covered in Sonic X was Sonic Battle, the ML arc. And that game released in 2003, so logically the next big arc that would have to be covered is Sonic Heroes. Logically, this makes sense. The only character that has not been introduced yet is Omega and Metal Sonic. That's it. And this might be a bit of a stretch, but Sonic Heroes begins with Sonic Team all split up. Sonic is going for a run, then Tails and Knuckles fly in, and one of the first things our Blue Boy says in the games, canonically, is "Long time no see." From this line immediately we can draw a conclusion that Sonic has not seen Tails and Knuckles in quite some time. So your question might be, well, how do we jump from the Meta X to Sonic Heroes, especially if Sonic's gonna say stuff like that? Easy. Time skip. Some of you might be wondering straight off the bat, why a time skip? What is a time skip? Well, a time skip is like when you're, skipping time. It's like fast forwarding through the intro of a video. It's done to get to the teeth of the story. And then in comes another question. Well, how long is the time skip going to be? I was thinking more so on the lines of like, at most, 2 to 3 months. And I was thinking this would be enough time for Eggman to hatch his evil genius idea of creating Neo Metal Sonic. And as I said earlier, there was no prior mention to Metal Sonic anywhere throughout the entirety of Sonic X. And it could be weird because, as I mentioned, there's no prior mention to Metal Sonic. But this is an easy and quick fix. Right before the Sonic Heroes arc, you can put in a filler arc including Metal Sonic's construction by Eggman and Metal Sonic vs. Sonic. That can be its own little filler arc, maybe like 2 episodes long. Quick, easy, brief, Sonic beats him, Eggman's frustrated. Boom, get that right out of the way. So that would ultimately wrap up the Sonic Heroes arc. So logically what would come next is Sonic Advance 3, but seeing as though Sonic X skipped Sonic Advance 1 and 2, I doubt they would even consider doing Sonic Advance 3. Immediately after the events of Sonic Heroes, I would expect them to jump into Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh, and by the way, Chris would be in Sonic Heroes, but the whole time I'm thinking he would be captured by Eggman, and that would be kind of Sonic's motivation to get involved and try to stop Eggman, let alone his world's getting destroyed, so that would be a reason for him to do it. But we need to include Chris because Chris isn't going anywhere, guys. I hate to say it, we gotta include Chris. The events of Sonic Heroes would take place in Sonic's world, but however, I think Shadow the Hedgehog would take place in Chris's world. And this is where things get tricky, so stay with me here. The reason why I say this will be tricky is because it's a little difficult to jump from Chris's world to Sonic's world and back to Chris's world or whatever else, but stay with me. I believe Sonic X would have to alter the ending of Sonic Heroes. I believe Metal Sonic will lose, but before dying off, he will use Chaos Control to get rid of everyone. But they will all end up back on Chris's world with the Chaos Emeralds scattered. And thus, Shadow the Hedgehog can begin. Pretty much all the events that happen in the game Shadow the Hedgehog will happen in the anime, but with minor tweaks. I think the 4Kids version might take out guns. They'll definitely take out all the cussing. There's just going to be a few changes to the story. That's probably for the better if it's a kid's show, that is. But yeah, it's just going to be changed. Same story for the most part, just changed. So Shadow will meet Doom's Eye, yada yada yada. Shadow will find the emeralds again. Shadow will go Super Shadow and save the world, and he'll also keep the emeralds in his possession. He'll later give them to adult Chris, who makes a machine to send them all back. Helen advises Chris to stay, and he does. Because Chris is like, I don't want to mess anything else up. I want to stay with you, Helen, and everything will be fine. Sonic, we'll see you again sometime. Because Chris is a grown-up now. He'll understand grown-up decisions. And Helen is happy with that, and everything is going smoothly until Eggman decides he actually wants to stay on Chris's world because he can cause way more destruction there than he ever could have on Mobius. And because of Eggman's selfishness and evilness, and because he's Eggman, he will decide to break Chris's machine that will send everybody back on purpose. And he does this without Chris noticing. So with the machine being busted, Chris presses the button without even realizing it, and everybody in the room, including Helen and Chris, are all sent to Sonic's world. And yes, it is broken, and I know I said that. It functioned improperly, so it causes Sonic's world to merge with Chris's. And Blaze the Cat was also involved in this and got sucked into Sonic's dimension. The Sonic Rush arc now begins. The Sonic Rush arc will end probably about maybe 10 episodes, 15 episodes long. Blaze leaves, promising to return. Sonic and his crew are now able to focus on the merge of Earth and Mobius. So Sonic just goes running through. He's trying to figure out how the two worlds actually merge and seeing how they can even separate the two worlds. So Sonic's just running through and he meets Princess Elise on the way, and he sees Eggman causing havoc. Sonic 06 can now begin, entering the new character, Silver. I think the idea of Sonic dying throughout the story will still remain the same, even in the 4Kids version, but I think the way he recovers will also be different in the 4Kids version. I think for 4Kids, they might censor the kiss between Elise and Sonic, which is actually for the better. Instead, Sonic will probably get a nice pat on the back or a hug from Elise saying, "Good job, Sonic, I know you're still in there." And there'll be some tears. But Sonic, Shadow, Silver, they'll all beat Solaris, and the worlds are now separated, but in the same dimension. And I have it set whereas Chris's world is not too far from Sonic's world, but it's still a reasonable length. After this arc, Sonic X will have a fun filler arc, and that will be Sonic Riders. The audience will have the chance of meeting Wave, Storm, and Jet. And I waited till after 06. Even though Riders comes out before 06, I waited till after, that way I could just mix together Zero Gravity and the original Riders. I feel like it'd be easier that way. That way you could just get straight to the story of 06, and you can just jump from it, and you don't have to forget any extra details. And Riders would actually be a really smooth exit from 06, because you have like this crazy thing going on with Nephilis and all that other stuff and Solaris. Now the viewer has a chance to just chillax and watch Riders. Chris and Helen would both be in the Sonic Riders arc, but they'd only be spectators. And I also am aware of the problem between Chris's world having a different time structure than Sonic's world. And to solve that problem, I kind of came up with my own idea that Chris would appear as an adult in his world, but in Sonic's world, he would appear as a kid. And that's because Sonic's world goes slower. It didn't say anything about dimensions being different, just their individual worlds. And I imagine after this arc, Chris and Helen would head back to their own world for once because they've been gone for so long. And Sonic decides to go with them because Chris is like, Sonic, just come with me, hang out with me for the last few moments till we see each other again. And so they're going up to space, and like I said, they're in the same vicinity. They're no longer in outside dimensions and whatnot. So they're on their way up to space, and they're almost at Chris's world, but they see Eggman's fleet in space. The Sonic Unleashed arc can now begin. Oh wait, that's the end of the video. Oh shoot. Well, I definitely have more here. I wrote more, but I felt like 10 minutes was kind of, pushing it. And if you guys really want another one, let me know, because I gotta know if y'all still want to even see the next video to know what happens next in the Sonic X, anime. Well, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, share, hit that post notification bell for more. And Sonic's out. Let's go.